Hi, this is Ilan from Simetria, a platform that helps unicorn companies and growth companies solve the retention problem against public companies in the competition over talent. Employees' vested shares can be liquidated and effectively become as valuable as RSUs. Say hello to Jamie, an employee who has some vested shares she wants to sell. Jamie presses on Opt-in Sale, and now we can move to the company side, where the company can add all the employees that wish to sell their shares to the signal. Here, the company can set all the parameters of the signal, including the share flow price and the number of blocks, which are batches of shares that reduce the ticket price and make the trade much easier. Here, the company decides who is going to receive the signal, which whitelisted investors, in addition to the internals, and the company here decides also what information will be available in the data room. We are ready to launch the signal, and the signal is now out. Moving to the investor side, we can see a new signal by a company, Acme, who is selling 5 blocks for $16 minimum price per share. We can go inside the data room and find out more about the company. And the investor now can decide whether it wants to issue a counteroffer for how many blocks and for what price. The higher the price, the more probability their bid will be accepted. The counteroffer was sent to the company, and now the company can decide whether it wants to accept the bid, 4 blocks, $17. It can decide whether it wants to sell all 4 bids or less. And by clicking the legal documents, the company now sends its offer to the investor. Moving back to the investor, we can see that there is an accepted bid by Acme, and the investor can now execute the deal to buy 3 blocks for a price of $17. By countersigning the legal documents, the deal is now signed. Everything is digital on this platform, so when the investor signs the deal, the transaction is actually settled. At this moment in time, the shares are now registered to the buyer and removed from the employees, and the money is already in the employee's account. So that's a done deal, and the company can now see their updated cap table with the new investor. In this platform, employees also have the possibility to directly sell their vested shares on an ongoing basis and as a continuous retention tool. On her dashboard, Jamie sees 3 offers to buy her shares. She can decide to accept the bid for $19. She can decide how many shares she wants to sell. Jamie can also decide if she wants to post her own bid for investors. For example, 3,000 shares for a price of $21. To sum up, we saw a platform that turns secondary trading for private companies inside the closed environment of whitelisted investors to solve the retention problem for unicorn companies, both through direct sell and through a bidding process.